happy Sunday, and welcome to the 30-day Get Your Life Challenge. I am so excited to be here on today. Hey, Ella, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for sharing. I need everybody to be like Ella, and when you join in, I want you to go ahead and like and then share this message with all of your friends on your timelines. So, wherever you are joining in, whether you are on Facebook, whether you are on YouTube, or whether you're joining me from Instagram, I need you to share this. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cheryl Thomas. I'm a minister, best-selling author, and certified Christian life coach. And we are on a journey, a 30-day journey to get our lives all the way together so that we can live the overcoming, abundant life that God has called for us to live, the exciting life that we get to partner with Christ in living. And so for the last, 11 days now, we're on day 12. God has been walking us through this process. So if you are just joining us and this is your first time catching us either live or whether you're watching on the replay, I want you to make sure that you don't just jump in on day 12 and then just keep going. I want you to see days 1 through 11 because they're very, very important because we are building something. And every day has a challenge. Every day has a building block that you need to move forward. So be sure that after you've watched live today or after you've watched this replay, to go back and watch the other ones because I promise you that they'll be a blessing to you and they'll help you as we give the month of September to God so that we can ask Him, we can invite Him in to our lives and we can ask Him, hey God, what is my life supposed to look like? How can I have an abundant life? And we can invite Him into that process. So I'm going to invite you to do that as well. And if you perhaps catch this on the replay, I want you to say that in the comments to let me know that you're watching on the replay. I try to go back in the comments after each session is over just to say hello and to thank everybody for joining and to welcoming you into our 30-day challenge. So we have been building block upon block what it means to get our lives all the way together, whether it is getting some friends, getting rid of frenemies, deciding what we want and having the boldness to ask for it, writing it down, putting deadlines on it. We've walked through a lot of those processes. But this is one thing I want you to know and where our challenge is going to be on today. I can remember, I believe it was back in 2006, when I got serious about writing my first book. I had been wanting and God had been putting in my spirit to write a book for the longest time. But you know how God will tell you to do something or people will tell you something that they believe that the Lord has called you to do and it resonates in your spirit, but you just don't do it? Or is that just me? Am I the only one that knew you were supposed to be kind of doing something and you just kind of didn't? That had been me for quite a while. And I could remember the day that I finally decided to do it. Okay, I'm going to stop thinking about it. I'm going to stop putting that on my to-do list. I'm going to actually put the steps together to actually do it. And I did what I'm going to ask you to do today. Our challenge for today is to get an accountability partner. Get someone that's going to hold your feet to the fire for what it is you say you want to do. Because I have been saying that for years that I wanted to write a book, that I believe God had called me to write a book, but I'd never really done it. And so what I did to help keep me on track is I found an accountability partner to help me and to hold my feet to the fire to actually do it. And so shout out to Kamisha Davis. She was my accountability partner when I was living in Dallas. And Kamisha held my foot to the fire. She would call me all the time. How's the book coming? How's everything going? What do you need to complete it? Do you need my help? Do you need me to help you find a publicist? Do you need a printer? What do you need to get it done? And so because she was always asking me, it made me think, okay, I have somebody that's in my corner that, number one, believes in me. This is what your accountability partner has to do, is they have to believe that you can do what it is you have set in your mind to do. You don't need any doubters. You do not need any naysayers. You have to have someone that believes in the gift of God on the inside of you, and that you are well able to complete the task that God has set forth for your hands to do. So you need to choose wisely. I want somebody to put that in the comments. Choose wisely. Don't just pick somebody. Don't just and here's what I want you to know too. Your accountability partner does not have to be a friend. I'm gonna say that again. Your accountability partner does not have to be a friend. Because a lot of times we pick our friends to be our accountability partners, because our friends will be like, when we don't do what we say that we're going to do or we want to do, they'll be the persons that say, oh, woo, 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 it's okay. You know, you didn't make it this time. Hey, Leslie, thanks so much for joining. But no, you need an accountability partner that's going to say, look, you said this is what God called you to do. You said you believe God anointed you to do this. So I need you to, be okay with me being able to be in your face about this. So you need to pick somebody who's going to throw your feelings aside. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be mean or rude or cruel or anything like that, but somebody that's going to tell you the truth. So don't pick an accountability partner and say, oh, she's my friend, she loves me, she's going to support me. No, pick a friend that's going to tell you the truth and hold you accountable. So this is going to be somebody that you respect. This just can't be anybody. This can't be your running friends. This can't be your good girlfriend that's going to tell you what you want to hear. No, this has got to be somebody that's willing to get in your face and tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. So yes, choose wisely. Pick somebody that you respect, that when they tell you something, that you are going to do it. So it needs to at least be somebody that is your peer, as far as where you are in life, or if they are not your peer where you are in life, they need to be further along than you are. Hear me good. They need to at least be your peer, somebody that is toe to toe with you, that can tell you what you need to hear, that you will listen to, or they need to be further along in life, like a mentor, somebody that is where you want to be, or at least headed in the direction that you want to go, that you respect their words enough that you will listen and take heed. Hey, Addie, thanks so much for joining. That you will listen and take heed. So choose wisely when you are looking for an accountability partner. And the best accountability partners, and I'll say this for me, are go-getters. So pick somebody that you already see. Like, if you're getting ready to chase a dream, pick somebody that's chasing theirs. If you're getting ready to write a book, pick someone that's already written a book or that's writing one now. If you're getting ready to go back to school, pick somebody that has completed the degree that you want, or somebody that's doing it right now. Don't pick somebody that's just like you. Girl, yeah, we need to do it. We just need to get on up from here and, get busy. No, because then y'all are going to commiserate with each other about why life is so hard and why life is so busy and why you can't do what you want to do. No, you need to pick somebody that's doing something. If we notice, when Jesus picked his disciples, they were all busy doing something. Every time he picked somebody, they were busy doing whatever their business was, whether they were fishing. He would pick somebody that's doing something. Don't pick anybody that's lazy, that has big dreams but low work ethic. No, pick somebody who has strong work ethic, that when they see something, they tunnel vision, go in after it. Those are the kinds of people that you want to select to be your accountability partners. Hey, Sharon, thanks for joining. Make sure that the person you pick to hold you accountable is accountable. I want to say that again. Make sure that the person that you choose to be your accountability partner is accountable too. Don't pick some Lone Ranger that nobody can tell anything. They are the king of their own castle and they can't receive instruction from somebody else. No, pick somebody that has a line of accountability in their own lives. Yes, Ella, pick someone that is also accountable, because accountable people will make you be accountable. Only people that have no structure, that have no boundaries, that have no rules will let you run amok and do whatever you want to do. But if you pick someone that knows what accountability means, if you pick someone that knows what structure and hierarchy is, then that person is always going to respect rules. They're going to respect processes, because this generation doesn't want processes. They just want stuff to happen out of the sky. But you got to pick somebody that knows it's step 1, step 2, step 3. Now, God might leapfrog you over a couple of those steps, but there are processes to promises. I want y'all to get that down. Somebody put that in the comments for me. There are processes to promises. Every promise that God has spoken on your life requires a process. Every promise. Not one promise that God gives you is devoid of process. So if you're just trying to leapfrog into success and not having to stair step it, not having to learn how to do it, you'll never get there. And that's why so many people fail, is because they aren't willing to go through process. So you'll have to pick somebody that's going to lock arms with you and walk through the process. And so that's what you're saying when you're choosing an accountability partner. I want you to lock arms with me because I need help going to this next level. Thank you, Addie, for putting that out there. Yeah, there's process to progress. And thank you, Ella, process to promise. You have got to pick somebody that's comfortable with process, that's comfortable with going step by step by step and walking you through steps. And I want to give you all this scripture that I love, and it's in Ecclesiastes chapter 4. And let me pull it up really quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Thank you, Ella, for putting that in there for me. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9, and I believe I went through verse 12. I want y'all to put that somewhere. You are always better when you have someone walking with you, someone to hold your arms up, Moses. You need some Aaron and Hur on your arms holding you up so that you don't get tired, so that you don't get weary in well doing, so that you can run the race with patience, knowing that if you keep running, you're going to get there. And that is what an accountability partner will do for you. Hey, Miss Sherry, thanks so much for joining. Hey, Josephine, thanks for joining. And that's what you need on the way to purpose. That's what you need when you are getting your life. Hey, Felice, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you. You need people that are going to lock arms with you and say, hey, girl, you don't have to do this by yourself. We are going to go together. I am going to support you. I am going to encourage you. Sometimes I may have to challenge you when you want to give up. And I have to say, no, girl, we're not giving up. That's not on our agenda. We won't give up. We will not pull back. We are going to go all of the way. We're going to do exactly what God has called us to do. And I'm not going to let you settle for less than God's best for you. I just won't do it. If I am your friend, I am always going to push you. I'm saying, oh, God's got better. No, don't settle for less. You are going to actually do this. Absolutely, please. We are not giving up. Hey, Wanda, thanks so much for joining. So she says, how do you find an accountability support person? This is how I found my accountability partner. And every time God sends me an accountability partner, I am looking. Who is doing what I want to do? Who is successfully doing what I want to do? who is on their way. And so if I am wanting to write a book, I'm looking around for people who are writing books. And we'll talk about this a lot more tomorrow, but I want you to be on the lookout. Who is doing what you want to do, Wanda? Who is who has already accomplished, or who is working towards accomplishing what you want, what you believe God has called you to do in your life, in your ministry, in your business, in your finances. Look for people that are already doing it. Don't even say anything now. Just look. Say, oh, looks like she might have her stuff together. And then when you find a couple people, start praying about it. Well, God, I've been watching her. And I'm going to ask you to help me discern if this person is the person that's going to be my accountability partner. Because, and I want to caution you, because someone has done or is doing what you want to do does not mean that you all are a good partnership. So while I want you to watch for them and while I want you to be looking, I want you also to be praying. God, is this somebody that is supposed to be on my journey with me? Help me to see. Take the blinders off. Don't let me get so, hey, April, thanks for joining. Don't let me get so caught up in, especially if I'm watching them on social media, or if I'm watching them in another sphere, or if I see them on my job, or if I see them in my church. Help me not get caught up in personality, because personality will get you every time. Help me to see that person's heart. Does that person have a heart to help? Because everybody that's doing what you want to do, everybody that has done what you want to do may not have the heart of a helper. You need somebody that has a heart of a helper. That's why you got to couple prayer with that thing, because just because they've done it doesn't mean they're going to help you do it. Hear me good. Just because they have achieved and have arrived in a place that in the space that you want to be doesn't mean that they have a heart to help you get there. Hear it from somebody that know. Everybody that has reached the level of success, or the level of financial freedom, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, they don't want you to also get there. It's unfortunate, but it is true. So you have to absolutely, please, sometimes they step on you, because sometimes in their own insecurities, they can't push you. So be careful and be prayerful. The Bible tells us watch as well as pray. So I told you to watch and to be looking out for people that are doing what you want to do, and then pray. God, I'm looking at these couple of people, and I think that they might be a good match to help mentor me, to help push me, to help, hold my feet to the fire and to keep me accountable. But if these are not the people that you want to help me, or these are not people that that will help me, shield me from them. Don't let me contact them. Don't let me reach out. Or if I reach out in error, don't let them respond. Only connect me to the people that mean good for me, that have my best interest at heart. Sharon says, do they need to do what you do, or can they be, okay, I'm trying to read the comments, be the one that continue to hold your feet to the fire. They don't have to be exactly in the line. This is the reason I like people, or when I'm choosing an accountability partner, I'm going to choose typically somebody that is closely kin to what I do, because they know the roadblocks I'm going to hit. Especially if they have already done it and been successful, or if they are doing it and they are further along ahead of me, they know when to warn me. Now, watch out for this, this, and this. Watch out for this, this, and that. Or sometimes, see, what we don't understand is that when you get into the niche or into the realm where God has called you to, that area is so small. And the people that are in that area that you'll work with, oh, that's such a small, small circle. I learned that when I was traveling with my cousin in evangelistic ministry. We did that almost 5 years, about 20 years ago. And what I did not know until we got thrust into it was how small the international and the national evangelistic circle is. You would think that over the United States it would be huge, but it is small. And there were only a few people that were, quote unquote, the movers and the shakers. And if you did something wrong in certain areas, it could just ruin a whole bunch of stuff for you. So whatever area that God is calling you to, whether it is publishing, whether it is writing books, whether it is ministry, whether it is finance. Those markets are small, y'all. Those markets are small. You may think that they are big, but they are small. And so you want somebody that's already entrenched in that, or getting ready, or walking in those areas, in my opinion, because those people are going to be able to take you further. Now, if you're just looking for somebody that's going to push you and say, hey, atta girl, go girl, I got your back, then you can choose someone like that as an accountability partner as well. But the kind of accountability partner I'm talking about is someone that can take you or thrust you into the sphere that God has already called you into. So that's when I say pick someone in or related in an area that you want to go. That's my thought process about that. But I have accountability partners for a whole lot of things. And I think that's one of the mistakes that we make, is that we choose one accountability partner for everything. You need an accountability partner for your finances. You need an accountability partner for your ministry. You need an accountability partner for your career, for your ministry. You need accountability partners in every area of your life, because each of those areas requires something different. Each of them requires something different, and each of them will need to be someone that loves helping, loves being a blessing, that gets joy from that. Y'all know what gives me joy? When I am on here with y'all and y'all are telling me how much a struggle that I went through, how it blessed y'all. Do y'all know how I almost tear up every time? Because then I think the struggle was not in vain. All the tears that I cried, all the nights that I could not go without sleep, all the times people talked about me, stabbed me in my back, and smiled in my face, it was not in vain, because that trial God took to be a blessing to somebody else. And so I can look at you and say, don't do that. Mm-mm. Let me help you here. Don't do that. Don't trust her. Steer this way. And I can only say that because I have been there. And so you want somebody that has been there. And so a kind of accountability partner, I guess I'm basically talking about, is mentorship. Mentorship. You want somebody that is so connected to you that when they see you, and y'all, this is important, when they see you go further than them, they okay with that. I mean, like, for real, that they don't try to undercut that, or they don't stop trying and start pulling back and not telling you stuff because they said, oh, wait a minute, she's getting further than me. I read, I follow someone on, I forgot his name, on Instagram, and he was talking about, and that blessed my heart so when he said it. He said, my biggest joy I get is when I see my mentees go further than me. When I see someone that I am coaching do better than me. That is my assignment in the earth, is to make sure that the people I mentor, that the people I help do better than me, because they have the benefit of all my mistakes, all the times I failed. They don't have to do it because I did it, and I can say, no, that's a hole right there. Go around it. Don't do that. I promise you, this is going to bless you if you listen, if you take heed, if you aren't too arrogant, if you aren't too prideful, if you're not too grown, and if you will listen. I promise this will help you. So yes, Sharon, mentorship. And so make sure that the person, number one, they're not lazy. Do not pick a lazy accountability partner. Yes, please. I love it when they do better than you. They cannot, your accountability partner cannot be lazy. They cannot be lazy. They cannot be someone that's not doing nothing, that's sitting aside, because when you start doing something, they are going to get jealous. Period. So they've got to be on their own grind, doing their own thing. Yes, one, the experience is key. Experience is key. Yes, please, lazy is going to kill your dream. Don't pick nobody lazy. They cannot be lazy. They must be active. They must be in pursuit of their own dream, or they must be coasting in what God has called them to do, and still reaching for higher heights in God. For what the old saints used to say, higher heights and deeper depths. You know, they need to be on a consistent search. So when you are choosing an accountability partner, what did we talk about? They need to be somebody that you admire and that you respect. So when they tell you something, that you listen, not just listen, but also take heed. That you listen and take heed. They also must be either where you want to be or on their way. They have to be in active pursuit of their dreams too. And then they have to be or have to have the heart of a helper. The heart of a helper. They've got to be somebody that doesn't mind helping, that doesn't mind stopping and saying, okay, I'm gonna put what I have decided, what you need. All right, let me help you with this. Let me see if I can help you smooth this little space out right here. And then they cannot be lazy. They cannot be lazy. Lazy will not help you get where you want to go. So I hope y'all put those in the comments, because y'all know I'm apt to forget. So if somebody could put those in the comments for me, so that those that are coming back to actually watch the replay, that is going to help them as well. I hope y'all have been enjoying these challenges that we've been having all month long. They'll go through the end of September, the 30-day Get Your Life Challenge. This is day 12. Can y'all believe we are on day 12? And I'm having such an amazing time. God is teaching me, and all throughout this challenge, he's been challenging my faith. He's been pushing my faith to another level, and I am so thankful and I am so grateful to God that won't leave us where we are, that will take us from glory to glory, from faith to faith. And I am excited about it. And so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I always ask you to do this when we're closing. If this session has been a blessing to you, I want you to share it. Do not keep this to yourself. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Share this on your pages. Tag somebody in the comments so that they can be blessed by this challenge as well. I love you all. Love you, Ella. Love you all with the love of the Lord. Thank you so much, Lady Wanda. I appreciate you. Thank you all for joining me. Be sure to share, and remember, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time throughout the month of September. We will be here live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And so I look forward to seeing you all on tomorrow. I hope that you have a blessed, 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 blessed rest of your Sunday. And yes, Sharon, I can't wait to see y'all on Tuesday as well. If you're on Facebook and as well as YouTube, be sure to catch us 8 o'clock for Church Girl Rants. We have a blast on there. So I love you all with the love of the Lord. Have a good rest of your day. God bless you.